Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. I hope you all had such a fantastic weekend. I'm so excited to introduce this week's lesson. This week we are learning all about the rainforest. Can everyone say the rainforest? Awesome job. So, the rainforest is an area that is very dense. So, that means that there's a lot of trees, animals, shrubs, and bushes that are very compacted and close together. The rainforest is also found in very warm areas. In the rainforest, it rains a lot. It rains all year round. There are no seasons in the rainforest. So, if everyone can please look at my chart right here, we're going to go over some facts about the rainforest. So, the rainforest consists of four different layers. Can everyone hold up four on their fingers? Awesome job. So, I want to go through each layer with you before we start our book. Okay? Sound good? Great. So first, let's count the layers. So if everyone can get their pointer finger ready, we're going to start from the top and make our way down. So layer 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now we're going to go through each layer and learn about what animals are found on each layer. So our first layer is called the forest floor. Can everyone say forest floor? Good. On the forest floor, that is where you find animals like jaguars. You can find gorillas, which is a type of ape. You can find armadillos. You can find tigers. That is on the forest floor. There's also some shrubs on the forest floor, grass, dirt. There's not many plants, though, on the forest floor, and we're going to find out why later. Our next layer is the understory. Can everyone say understory? Good. On the understory, that's where we have different plants. We have lower trees. We have animals such as snakes. We have tree frogs, and we have different insects that stay on the understory. Our next layer is the canopy layer. Can everyone say canopy? Great job. In the canopy layer, we have orangutans, we have toucans, and we have sloths that hang on that layer. We also have some insects and other different animals. So they hang out on branches and in the treetops, as you can see. And then our final layer is called the emergent layer. Can everyone say emergent layer? Good. So in the emergent layer, it's our highest point of the rainforest. So it is the top layer. There's many different leaves and trees up there, and a lot of that blocks the sunlight from getting down to our forest floor. That is why a lot of plants don't really grow on the forest floor. So this layer gets all the sunlight and it gets all the nutrients. So we'll find birds, we find butterflies, bats on that layer, okay? So let's go through the layers one more time before we start our book. So the first layer is the forest floor. Good. If you know the answer, call it out. Tell a family member. The next layer is the understory. Great. The next layer is the canopy. And our final layer and the tallest layer, the emergent layer. Awesome job, boys and girls. Now we are going to go through our book. Okay. A nonfiction companion to the original Magic School Bus series. So nonfiction, we've talked about that in class. Is nonfiction real? Can it happen in real life, or is it not real? It can't happen in real life. It's real. So this is true or real life facts about the rainforest. Okay? So this can happen, and this does happen in real life at the rainforest. So the Magic School Bus presents the rainforest. Okay. All right. Oh, I went too far. There you go. Okay, awesome. So, In the jungle. Suddenly, the classroom suddenly felt hot and sticky. Time to get out of here, said Miss Frizzle. Let's head to the rainforest. It's a steamy jungle filled with amazing wildlife. Get ready for rain and lots of it. So, what is the weather like in the rainforest again? Who can remind me? Is it hot in the rainforest or is it cold? If you think it's hot in the rainforest, put your hands on your head. If you think it's cold in the rainforest, put your hands on your shoulders. It's hot in the rainforest, so I'll put my hands on my head. Good job. And does it rain a lot in the rainforest or does it snow a lot? I forgot. It rains a lot. Awesome job, boys and girls. So let's read some facts about the rainforest. So, packed tight. Rainforests are crowded with plants, especially along the banks of the many streams that flow through them. All about rainforests. Rainforests grow near the equator. So the equator is an imaginary line in the middle of the earth. It's always hot and sunny there. There are no summers and no winters. The strong sun makes ocean waters evaporate into rain clouds, which causes it to rain a lot at the rainforest. This helps the forest grow. And that's why you see all these plants and trees and leaves all grown so big and grown so fully. Rainforest trees. So these are actual pictures from the rainforest. So this is nonfiction. Isn't that cool? So rainforest tree trunks are covered in creepers and vines. They grow up the tall trees to reach the sunlight. So remember I said most of the sunlight are in the upper layers. Plants need water and sunlight to survive. There is plenty of water in the rainforest, but not much sunlight on the forest floor. Who remembers why there's not much sunlight on the forest floor? Tell a family member. Because all the trees and the leaves block the sunlight from the upper layers from getting to the lower layers. So the trees are very tall. They grow so close together that the branches at the top block out most of the sunlight. Few plants grow on the forest floor. All about forest plants. So the plants in the rainforest grow in layers. Trees spread out at the top to create an upper layer of leaves called the canopy. The plants that grow beneath the canopy make up a lower layer called the understory at the bottom. Slow-growing plants and fungi grow in the gloom near the ground. And this animal right here, right where my mouse is, that's a sloth. So a sloth spends most of its time in a tree. It hangs onto branches using long hook-shaped claws. Remember I said sloths hang out in the canopy layer. Awesome job. And they like to hang on the trees, or they like to hang on the branches. Jungle plants. Okay. So there are many different types of plants in the jungle. Some plants have roots where they absorb nutrients and water. Some plants do not have roots. So they use their roots to steal water and food from the roots of other plants. Very interesting. So this plant's called an epiphyte. So this plant grows on other plants and does not have roots in the soil. One plant is called a rafflesia, and that one does not have leaves. That one has roots though, and that's the plant that uses roots to steal the water from the other plants. So there's many different plants. Some plants don't have leaves, some plants don't have roots, but they adapt to their surroundings. So how do plants survive in the rainforest? So plants make food by a process called photosynthesis. Can everyone say photosynthesis? Great. So they take carbon dioxide gas from the air and water from the ground or air. Then they use sunlight to turn them into sugar. Very cool. Plants growing on the dim rainforest floor grow very slowly because they don't get much light. Most plants gather water from the ground using roots, but some rainforest plants don't have roots. Remember, we just said that. Instead, they collect rainwater in their leaves or absorb it from the steamy jungle air. So roots absorb all the water from the rainforest ground. So what is the process by which plants make food? What is that big word called again? Photosynthesis. Awesome. And for plants, to make food, what are the 3 things they need? Who remembers? Tell a family member. So they need water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Awesome job. Okay, now we're getting to some animals. So this is called African apes. So rainforests are home to many different animal species. In Central Africa, these include gorillas and chimpanzees. So both belong to a group of animals called apes. Can everyone say apes? Good job. They are the closest living relatives to human beings. Gorillas are larger than humans. They weigh twice as much. Chimpanzees are a little bit smaller than humans, but are much stronger. Very cool. So what floor do we say gorillas live on? The forest floor. Awesome. So chimpanzees eat fruits and insects. They also work together to hunt small animals to eat. Very cool. Okay, so this is called Asian apes. Oh. So we learned about African apes, and now we're learning about Asian apes. So when it's too sunny, orangutans pull big leaves off trees to make shade. So these monkeys right here are called orangutans. Can everyone say orangutan? Good. And orangutans live in what layer? The canopy layer. Awesome job. So let's see. What are the difference between apes and monkeys? So these are apes, and monkeys are a different species. So, many people describe chimps and other apes as monkeys. Although apes and monkeys are similar, they are not the same. The most obvious difference is that a monkey has a tail and an ape does not. Very cool. I didn't know that, so I learned a new fact today too. So these are apes. They do not have a tail, and on the next page, we are going to learn about monkeys. So these are monkeys. They have a tail. Spider monkeys, howler monkeys, capuchins and tamarins, and marmos are just a few type of rainforest monkeys. So monkeys and apes are different because why? Who can remind me? Monkeys have a tail and apes do not. Many of them spend time high up in the canopy layer where they can escape predators. Others, like baboons, prefer life on the forest floor. So most monkeys, like spider monkeys and howler monkeys, spend time in the canopy layer. And then there's some monkeys called baboons who spend time on the forest floor. So let's find out what monkeys eat. So most monkeys eat fruit and leaves, very similar to what apes eat. Different trees grow fruits at different times, so monkeys have to remember where all the trees are and when to visit them. So monkeys are very, very smart. Monkeys also have a really good memory and they're able to make quick decisions. Very, very cool. Bird life. Okay. So let's see. This is a macaw. Can everyone say macaw? Macaws have strong toes. They use them to grab food and to hold onto branches. They are large parrots. They fly high above the forest looking for fruit trees. The rainforest is full of birds. Some live on the ground, like the cassowary in Australia and the red jungle fowl in India. Others, like macaws, fly up in the high treetops. Jungle birds are often very colorful so they can see one another among the leaves. Very cool. So this large jungle bird you would find on the forest floor. This bird, the macaw, you would find in the upper layers, like the emergent layer in the canopy. So, why do parrots talk? I know, I want to find out. So some birds can actually speak, and a parrot is one of them. So parrots are famous for being able to talk. No one is exactly sure why they do this. The best explanation so far is that they learn to make calls in the wild by copying the sounds made by other parrots nearby. That means parrots in one of the jungles can make different calls than those living in other parts. A pet parrot will copy the sounds of the people around it. That is very cool. Oh, remember we talked about the toucan? Well, this is what a toucan looks like. A toucan uses its large beak to crack nuts. Oh, whoops. The beak makes up 1/3 of the bird's length, so the beak is very, very large on the toucan. It helps the toucan eat. Oh, here are some more rainforest animals. So we have the flying fox. The flying fox are bats. We have the sun bear. So this is the world's smallest bear right down the corner. It lives in the jungles of Southeast Asia. It has a long tongue. It uses to slurp up honey and insects it digs out of rotten wood. Very, very cool. You would find the sun bear on the forest floor. Let's see. Over here we have the ocelot. So this is a wild cat that lives in South America. Whoops. Okay, so the ocelot sleeps in trees during the day and hunts at night, sniffing out mice, birds, and lizards. They even catch fish from the river. Very cool. So these are just some animals that you may find in the rainforest. There are many, many different animals that you will find in the rainforest, and we're going to learn more about different animals throughout the week. So I'm going to ask some questions, and then we will be done with our lesson. So who can remember how many different layers are there in the rainforest? Hold them up. 4, right? 4 different layers. Okay. What is the process that plants make food? What is it called? The process of photosynthesis, right? Photosynthesis is the process by which plants make food. Can everyone say that with me? Photosynthesis is the process by which plants make food. Awesome job, boys and girls. And who can remember which layer the jaguar lives on? Does the jaguar live on the forest floor? Or does he live on the canopy layer? The forest floor. Awesome job. You all did such a great job listening and following along. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And I will see you soon. Bye.